We're pregnant!
You guys, we are so excited to finally get to share this with everybody. If you have been following us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the places, you know that we are very pregnant right now. We're a little over halfway through.
I'm up 20 pounds.
He is a liar. And I'm up, what am I up right now? Like 30-ish?
No, less.
No, 20.
20 something.
Yeah. I'm
trying to keep up with her.
Eating.
I do a lot of eating too.
He will never gain weight. I wish he would because it makes me feel better about my life.
Sympathy weight gain.
So we just wanted to, a lot of people have been asking how pregnancy's been going, how I told Ryan that we were pregnant, and just kind of all the good stuff that this crazy journey is bringing. So we thought we'd make a little video to share it with you.
So here you go.
Rachel and Ryan Lee here.
Hello.
You get the hubby today. Look how cute this face is.
It's a rare, special day.
So we are pregnant. We're so stoked about this process, and it has been a freaking journey. A really exciting journey, a beautiful journey, a little human growing in my belly journey, and we're pregnant.
And there's a lot of hormones associated with it, so we have some funny stories to tell you.
I'm a sweetheart. I'm always an angel.
You're usually a sweetheart. Always an angel. Sometimes hormonal.
Well, okay, so what we wanted to do today is a lot of people have been messaging us on Facebook and Instagram and just asking how pregnancy is going and what we've experienced. And I think like the one thing you always say to a pregnant woman is, how are you feeling? Mm-hmm. And so we thought we'd make a fun little video and tell you some of the good little highlights. So how I told Ryan we were pregnant, some of the symptoms that I've experienced, weird cravings, hormones, weird things that have happened to my body.
They might not want to hear about all of those.
They're our friends. They're our best friends. All right. So first we're going to share with you how I actually got to tell Ryan that we were pregnant. Different video, different time. We can talk about the journey to get pregnant because that was not the easiest thing. And we're super blessed and happy that we are pregnant now and everything's going well. We did it. You did it.
We
really worked hard.
My work is done.
Yeah, literally. Done. You got the rest, right, babe?
Took me a couple of minutes. Now she gets 9 months. Together, okay. We're creating a baby.
We're making a baby human person. So, okay, So I found out that I was pregnant, and we had been trying for a while. So when we found out, I didn't even know how to respond. I was really scared and really excited and instantly felt like I wanted to throw up and also cry, and all these emotions were flooding. And
I was sound asleep as all of this is happening.
Right. So I am not feeling right, and I'm also a psychopath. So I had like Costco family size pregnancy packs all over our house. Like I think I'd probably taken like 40 before we found out we were pregnant.
Seriously?
And yeah,
I knew it was a lot. That is a huge number.
And they're not inexpensive.
I think most people would say 4.
I'm an overachiever. Wow. So I was taking all these pregnancy tests and they were always negative. We never had like a false positive or anything. And then one was positive, and so it's like the common symptoms, right? My boobs started hurting, and I felt like I was a little nauseous and all that stuff. And so your boobs hurt?
You heard me say that? That was under the radar.
Like the little
sympathy pregnant. It's fun.
Totally.
We go through all the same things.
We eat,
together.
We hurt, your belly, all the things. So I found out, I see the little stick and it says pregnant, and I'm like, oh my God. And so Ryan is dead asleep, and
I think I even had a couple drinks the night before.
You did.
So I'm probably snoring.
Real sleepy.
I'm really asleep.
And I'm really not sleeping. So I pee on the stick and it's positive, and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And our world's going to change. And so I know that 1 isn't good. So I go sit on the couch with this pregnancy, like one test.
The test? Okay.
So
it's like 99%.
Meh. So I sit on the couch with the test, and I'm just like looking at it, and I'm like, 1 isn't enough. So I chug an entire bottle of water, and then I take a cup and I pee in a whole cup, and then I do 4 more tests, and then they're all positive, and I'm like,
whoa,
it's time to wake them up. So So we are going to show you guys. I actually got it on film. I totally told him that someone reached out on Instagram, cute little white lie, and we were like looking at a new product or something, because that happens all the time to us.
You told me someone sent us a gift and you needed to get it recorded.
Good. See, I was even cuter.
I was like, I like gifts. This sounds fun.
He's like, do I need to do my hair?
Should I put on a shirt, do my hair? Like, what do you mean video?
And I'm like pajamas, hair in a pony, had been crying for, a minute or 17.
But I didn't pick up on that yet.
Right. So we are going to have you guys, we're going to show you our actual little video so you can watch it real quick.
Daddy.
Are you ready for your present?
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Okay.
It's not what you think.
It's jewelry. What?
I'm serious.
But we took 2 tests.
I know, but I took 3 more.
Whoa! Wow!
I couldn't let you sleep anymore. They all say pregnant, and they're different brands.
You took them all this morning?
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We're your parents.
Wow.
Holy shit, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
We're
We're
going
gonna
to
have
have
a baby! Okay, you watched the video. What did you think of that momentous occasion in our lives? That was the closing of the first part of our lives and the beginning of the second part of our lives. Momentous occasion, pretty intense, exciting.
So the next step obviously is needing to tell parents. And so funny story, that onesie that I showed Ryan, I had bought it almost 14 months before that because I really am ridiculous. So I bought it on Etsy like 14 months ago for the day that I would find out I was pregnant.
When she can come up with a reason to buy something, it's immediate.
Oh, that's why Amazon Prime
You've got too many apps on your phone for that.
Day. No, I will literally be talking to you on a couch about something and you're like, oh, you should totally get it. And I'm like, achoo. And all of a sudden Amazon Prime shows up at our doorstep.
Yeah, when she drops her phone, we have a couch showing up at our house the next day. It's like, what?
True story. So then we have to tell our parents, right? So I went online to Etsy and I decided onesies were going to be the jam. And so I found these really cute onesies that said, surprise, you're going to be grandparents. So we took our parents to this amazing place. If you guys follow us on social, you know about it already, but we are such a huge fan of the coast, Highway 101.
California's northern coast, Mendocino
so
County.
Beautiful. It's like my happy place.
Irish Beach.
Yeah, so Irish Beach is our place we go as a family every year. And when I met Ryan, we started doing a trip once a year with my parents and his parents, and then the two of us. So it's super special to us. So we had this trip planned, and
with both of our parents.
Mm-hmm. And so we had we had boxes with like cute confetti in it. We sat them down on the couch and we had a box for each of them. Each one said, surprise, you're going to be grandparents. And one of them had the pregnancy test in it. Because why wouldn't you give your parents your old pee? Right? Like,
that is a weird way to look at it.
The idea of it's so weird. Like people get and I'm like, that's my urine. Enjoy. Okay, so
trace amounts. It's sterile, right? Is that even a myth? I don't know. Let's go on.
Okay. So the funniest things, and I really like to prep, right? So I had my onesies. I was good to go. And so they opened the onesies, and one of them was so cute, and it says, surprise, you're going to be grandparents.
Just what it was supposed to.
And the other one said,
I think they came from China, and it got switched in the packaging. So instead of saying, surprise, you're going to be a grandparent, it said, shit just got real.
Shit just got real. I was like, oh my gosh, that's not the one.
It's so fitting. It's perfect. Just not necessarily for your parents when you're trying to tell them about this amazing occasion.
So this is the picture. This is the cutest picture ever. This is the picture of the parents with the onesies. Swoon. So cute. All right, let's talk cravings. People get the weirdest cravings when they're pregnant, and that's one of my most common questions. Everybody says, what cravings are you having? How are you eating pickles and peanut butter and all these things?
She loved pickles before she got
I
pregnant.
like everything pickled, like pickled asparagus, green beans, like you name it. Pickled peppers, all the things. What cravings have I had though?
Not many.
I don't feel like I have either. So the only
Saltines.
Oh gosh, that's going to be our next phase of this topic.
She puked almost every day for 17 weeks.
I did.
And saltines, first thing in the morning, really helped, but she still puked almost every day.
Yeah. So I'd say the only thing that I actually like, if I could pick one thing I craved, I really like those little mini oranges, the little cuties.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted those often. I don't know if this is true. I have heard that if you eat healthy or if you have a really balanced diet before you're pregnant, that when you get pregnant, you don't have as many cravings, because usually if you're craving something, it's like you're deficient
in that mineral. Or
like some women
something.
that crave dirt.
Yeah.
Like weird things.
Probably need more minerals, vitamins in their diet.
Yeah. So
we
no
took
major
all
cravings.
the prenatal vitamins and followed all the instructions from
Right.
our doctor. So that probably helped minimize your cravings.
But I am excited for the day that it's like 11 p.m. at night and I can be like, babe, I need a vanilla milkshake stat. And the only place you can get it is 45 minutes away. And then I'm just like laying in the bed like,
I'll
bring
be
it
right
to
back,
me.
babe. But I'm probably going to drive 6 minutes away.
He's like, Wendy's.
A delicious milkshake from there.
Okay, we have to tell you about symptoms. Symptoms. Oh, I am like the symptoms queen. So 17 weeks I threw up.
Mm-hmm.
If not every day.
You know
twice.
what it did, and I don't know if this was the purpose of nature with your nausea, but it slowed her down. As you can imagine, Rachel is a go, like 14 hours a day a lot of the times. And when you're not feeling well, you can't push your body that hard.
Yeah.
It forces you to slow down. And I think that's what the baby was telling her was, slow down.
Slow down, mama.
Give me some of
New
those
mama.
resources. And let's change your life a little bit. So that was actually a positive impact of the
It was.
nausea.
It was actually challenging for me because, like he said, I go 14 hours a day, and sometimes it's like 15-minute increments between appointments, and it's just silly, and I don't give myself time. And with the first trimester, which really, I feel like my first trimester was 17 weeks because I was just sick. Everyone's like, oh, as soon as you hit 12 weeks, like it's smooth sailing. I was like, liars, liars.
Whoa,
So-
aggression. Another symptom.
Right. Yeah, I go quickly, and it's been a really challenging thing for me to slow down, and I'm not used to it, and yet I would be sick. And I think I was like my 12-hour, I was like, what, 6-hour days? Maybe?
Yeah. On a good day.
Because I need to nap daily. Like my body just stopped. It was really, it was really challenging.
Forced her to slow down, which is a really
Yeah.
good thing.
Good for him. Challenging for me. I was like, this is the worst day ever. He's like, it's so good to have you home. Okay, so because I was like queen puker of the world, we thought we'd tell you some of the funny stories because you guys know we travel about 60% of the year. And so we got the opportunity to throw up all over the country.
All over the country. From East Coast to West Coast to Hawaii even.
So first one that happened for me is I knew that I was getting the morning sickness and the nausea, but I wasn't totally sure how to handle it yet. So
Is it shopping?
yeah.
Oh, good.
So I go to the grocery store, Safeway, and I am walking down the aisle. I'm in, and all of a sudden I feel like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to be sick. And I kind of like panic because I don't know how to handle it because I've thrown up at the house, but I hadn't thrown up in public, and it came on so quickly. Those of you who got morning sickness, which is not actually morning sickness, it's all day sickness,
All-day
and they're
sickness.
liars.
Yeah.
It hit so fast, and all of a sudden I'm like, and I just throw up all over the floor. All over the grocery store. And then
All over an aisle in the grocery store.
And then this kid, this like younger pimply kid comes up to
Who
me and he
works
goes,
there.
oh my gosh, you just threw up. You threw up. There's a mess on the floor. This lady, she threw up everywhere. She really did it. And I'm like,
This is on the
so
loudspeaker in the
embarrassed, you
entire
guys,
store.
dying, so embarrassed. I run out of the grocery store. I didn't even buy my groceries. I was so embarrassed. I get in the car. I start crying, and I call Ryan.
I'm like, she tells me the story. I'm like, so you're okay?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, everything's great. You puked in the store. They'll clean it up. No worries. Come home. We'll start over.
And then he goes, but no, you were like clean up, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So
she didn't tell me
funny.
which aisle she was on. And after I found out she was okay and we calmed her down, I was like, this is hilarious. Clean up on aisle 4.
I was like,
and then she goes,
I was on aisle 4!
It was aisle 4. How did you know? I was like, I just randomly took a guess.
It's just so insane.
That's amazing.
Okay, and then we got to visit my uncle in Alaska, which was amazing.
Fantastic
My uncle
trip.
and aunt. So we got to visit Ann and Dick in Alaska, and we went to dinner with them. And I'm still getting used to this whole morning sickness thing, and it's dinner.
If she didn't eat enough, she'd puke. And if she ate too much, she'd puke.
Right.
If
If
she
I
went
didn't eat
too
often
long
enough.
between eating, she'd puke.
Yeah.
If she ate the wrong things, she'd puke.
It was really fun.
So we went to this awesome restaurant that they recommended with them, had a blast, probably ate the wrong stuff, or maybe too much because it was so
I
delicious.
ate like half of it. I don't know.
The drive home is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And she's
And I
back
started
there.
squeezing his hand. I was like,
She's
I was
sweating.
like, how long do you think it is? Because I'm starting to sweat. He was like, and I'm like,
like,
hey,
"We're
Uncle,
almost
how long
home."
does it take to get home? And he was like, 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I totally got this. I got this. And all of a sudden I was like, I don't got this. Pull over. So we're like in the snow
And
because it's
thick
Alaska
snow
in
everywhere on the
December.
road. So we like slide over to the side of the road. She opens the door.
So that was fun. Let's see. Oh gosh, Hawaii.
Yeah. There's a couple stories in Hawaii.
Well, my most memorable is
The mall?
Yeah.
Let's do the mall one first. So we're in the shopping mall. I think we stopped at Starbucks, and Rachel runs out of Starbucks in towards the mall. Not to the outside where there's probably a trash can waiting. She runs into the mall, and I see her dart, and so I'm like, so I start running after her, and she passes the trash can, and I'm like, I wonder where she's going, because she didn't stop to puke in the trash can. And then she passes another trash can. I'm like, wow, she's really running
I was
somewhere
looking for
far.
a restroom.
I think she passes 3 trash cans before the urge comes over her. And she's like, okay, trash can. And then she pukes in the trash can.
Yeah. So I was a trash can puker. I was a grocery store puker.
Then
I
we
was
found a
Alaska
security guard who
puker.
told us where the restrooms were, and we
Yeah.
went and cleaned up, and everything was fine.
And every time I throw up in public, I cry. Because why wouldn't you?
She's embarrassed. She's just not used to doing it.
Yeah. I like to have control of my body.
For some reason, I've puked in public more than she has, so I'm like, just puke in the trash can. Everything's fine.
You puke for different reasons.
That's a whole different video.
And now, the best part of pregnancy, we would like to introduce you to
The sneeze puke.
the sneeze puke. So it's,
I was not familiar with this term before I saw it and heard it
I
with
think
my
we
own eyes
created it,
and ears.
pretty much. So we went to visit my parents for Christmas in Lake County. That's where I'm from. I grew up in like a super small country town with like 700 people, 58 in my graduating class. And
Did you graduate top of your class?
I was probably somewhere in there.
In the upper
I
half?
was very social. Upper half, yeah, for
Nice.
sure.
Good,
I was
good.
quite social. So I was a singer, so I was very busy
I get it.
singing.
I get it.
You know.
Okay, so we're on a
Dating.
walk at her parents' house. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, lots of trees, nice air.
And nice air, you're outside, there's allergies.
Sure. So Rachel gets the urge to sneeze.
So it goes like something like this.
Ah!
So that's
It's on the
sneeze
road that
puke.
we're walking on.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'd
we-
never seen that before.
We had some good journey. I mean, we spent like 10 minutes talking about throwing up. And that was my beginning of pregnancy. So you're quite welcome. One other funny thing that happened to us is when we were in Hawaii, Ryan was sleeping. And if you haven't noticed a theme here, Ryan sleeps a lot. So I'm told he's going to have to adjust to that
She's
when
an
a
early
little
riser.
baby comes.
Yeah, when I can't sleep through screaming baby.
It's going to be the cutest scream you've ever heard.
Maybe if you could make it not scream, I could sleep longer.
Oh my God. And that's how Ryan slept on the couch. So we're in Hawaii and he's sleeping. And every morning I wake up before him. So I'd go outside and I'd take a book and I would sit out and just enjoy the day, right? Enjoy the morning. So
The whole day. I woke up in the evening.
he woke up at 7 p.m. So I've been sitting outside for maybe an hour and Ryan wakes up and he comes outside and I get like, even though we see each other every day, we live together, we work together, I'm so excited when I get to see him in the morning. And I hadn't seen him for an hour. So he walks outside and I'm like super excited. So I get
I
up
was too.
to hug him.
I give her a big hug.
Yep.
Well, it turns out she faints in the hug. It's probably the best place she could have been. My arms were
Totally.
under hers, and I'm holding her, hugging her, and she faints. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?
She's like, why? Why full body? Why?
I don't, stop it. And then she kind of comes to. She had a little shake situation.
Yeah.
And then we realized she wasn't doing it on purpose. And we quickly got her in and laid on the bed.
I was super embarrassed. There was a man that was like next door to us outside. We're on a floor level hotel room. And all I remember is that I went to hug him and I felt, it sounds so weird, but I felt like my legs were like jello. And then all of a sudden I woke up. And it was the weirdest thing.
So
but
laid
I
in bed,
fainted.
made sure she was okay. She came back, everything was fine.
Googled
She could move it
fainting
all.
during pregnancy.
Yeah,
Apparently it's a thing.
We researched it. It's a real thing.
Yeah. So kind of
her
crazy.
blood vessels increase. She increases her blood volume by 50%. And it's more likely that when you stand up from a seated position or a laying down position, that the blood drains from your head and you faint.
Yeah.
It's a real common thing for some pregnant women.
I've also had some weird nightmares. Pregnancy is the most beautiful thing. We're just telling you the weird stuff that happens. Trust me, we'll get into the pretty, happy, smushy. So I have had weird nightmares. I've had a nightmare that you've left me. And that you've died. And both times when I wake up, I'm really upset with him for dying.
It's so
or
weird how
leaving
real
me.
they must seem, because she wakes up and even hours later, she's still upset with me for stuff I did in the dream.
But
baby, you realize I didn't
guarantee
actually
you,
do those things,
ladies
right?
watching this, I want to hear from you. Symptoms? Did you get them? Did you throw up anywhere funny? Weird nightmares? This is normal. It's so weird what growing a human does to you.
Didn't I cheat on you once too?
Yeah.
Man, that took a few days to come back from.
That
I had
lady.
to apologize many times.
He's kind of kidding, but not as much. Okay, and then hormones are really funny. Oh, the hormones.
Man, that's probably the hardest part. The
Is
dreams
it?
and the hormones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because puking,
Is that hard? That wasn't that hard
I'll
for
clean
you?
it up. Yeah.
That wasn't
it's
hard
fine.
for you?
No. Eating all
Every
the time,
day?
that's fun.
Oh my gosh, get out of here. I'm usually very tolerant, very sweet. I'm very positive. That's my thing. I always am glass is all the way full, right?
Well, you say half full. I say all the way full.
My hormones
Like we did
are
this
gonna
morning.
end you.
Oh man. She goes, I'm glass half full. I go, the glass is completely full. Half with liquid and half with air. Ha ha ha. I'm an engineer. It's funny.
He's funny. So I usually, like I said, I'm pretty tolerant with life, and things don't really get me down and I don't get frustrated. But Ryan needed some nice shoes. And so
Comfortable nice shoes,
which I guess is challenging for a guy.
For me especially. I've got long, narrow, high arch feet.
Yeah.
And hard to find a good fit.
Right. So he buys these shoes. They're $450 or something. They're quite expensive.
Stupid expensive.
They're really expensive. And he wears them and he proceeds to complain
in the
about
store.
how
They
his
were
feet hurt.
so comfortable.
Right. And he's like, my feet hurt. This is really hard. My feet hurt. Oh, my feet. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Do you know what we handle every single day of our lives as a woman? Are you serious right now?
Also, I'm the person that says, don't wear the heels. Wear whatever's comfortable.
Yeah. He would be fine if I had no makeup, no hair highlighting, no nails, no lashes. He thinks he wants me all natural, but he's also never seen it.
I want you all natural.
You sweet boy. Shoes, I got kind of crazy with him. And then there was another time where I was overheating. I get hot flashes, something fierce with this pregnancy. And so we were in the car and I was just overheating and I was so hot and I was really uncomfortable. And I'm pretty in tune with my body. And so all these changes are happening and I don't know how to deal with them.
It was quickly an intense situation.
Yeah.
She was about to explode from heat.
So
we
hot.
get her out of the
Car.
air conditioning was on low in the car,
Yeah.
blasting full, not enough. So we get out of the car, run into the house. I turn on the AC and she's still freaking out.
So hot.
So I turn on a fan. And I tell her to take off her
He's
shirt.
like, take off your shirt,
take off your clothes.
shirt. And I'm like, I'm
And
not
we'll
going to
pull
have
down
sex with
faster.
you. He's like, okay, whoa.
Ah! So she wouldn't do the things that she
Nope.
needed to do to cool off.
Nope.
It can be frustrating.
And we were in a car one time and this was I think the very first thing that happened. It was really funny. We're in the car and we're a couple months into pregnancy and we heard hormones are raging and I was like, I don't know what all these ladies are talking about with hormones. I just adore you and you're so sweet and we're just so in love.
Is
and
this
we're
when I
making this
sneezed?
human. Yeah.
So I have allergies sometimes, hey, Beaver. And I sneezed, and she got so upset with me.
I was like,
She's like,
why would you do that?
I was like, are you serious?
What? I'm like, why would
Why
you
would
do
I
that?
sneeze?
I was like, it just really bothered me right now.
Involuntary. She was really upset. Actually,
crazy.
literally upset that I sneezed.
Hee hee.
So I just let that one go. And about an hour later, she's like, was I mad at you for sneezing? Yeah, you were.
But I will say, the interesting thing about being pregnant is, you're here and you, normal life goes on and you know how you operate and you know how you can handle situations. But when you're pregnant, it's almost like and the hormone thing happens, it's like something, you're above it. Like you can't tap back down.
Can't talk either.
Can't do that. Pregnancy makes you can't speak. But you can't figure out like who you actually are. So you're just like almost watching this crazy person from above being like, be logical. Stop that. Why are you being weird?
Why are you angry at your husband for sneezing?
He's a sweet
Of all
man
the
and he
things.
loves you. So, okay. It's been fun. The pregnancy journey so far. So I would say that's all been a little bananas. Those are like some of the crazy, the hormones, the symptoms, all that stuff. We have been really intentional about exercise.
Yeah.
That's been really good.
She's
Mindfully
exercised
eating.
almost every day of this.
Yeah, I do pregnancy workouts. They're like 25 minutes. If you guys want the link for them, I'm happy to share with you. There's
Super
this
important.
lady on YouTube that I found that I love.
Because labor's like a marathon that
Yeah.
your uterus does on its own.
Right.
But if you can help prepare it for that marathon, then it's a lot easier to go through it. So I'm told, sorry ladies, don't yell at me because I haven't had this experience.
He's like, pregnancy is a dream.
I'm
I love
regurgitating
it.
what the doctors have told me.
Right. And we're taking our birth very seriously. We are choosing to do something called the Bradley method. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It is a natural birth program and it's husband coach birthing. So
The whole idea is to empower the mom and the dad into what's going to happen so that you're not afraid and you're aware of all the things that will take place and can take place through the labor. And so we're ready for them, and we kind of know the different directions that it can take, and we know how to make decisions and work with the hospital staff, and we got a doula.
Yep.
And so it's basically just education and empowerment, and our goal is natural childbirth, and we'll see what happens.
yeah, we're excited. I think it's a really big choice. And to be honest, when I first decided I was going to do the Bradley method, it was more to like appease Ryan because
My brother and my sister
Yeah.
and their spouses
They've
did the
done
Bradley
it.
method and really, really liked it.
Right. One of them did it for both their kids and they just really liked it. So at first I was like, well, I'll do it for you because this is, I didn't know what I didn't know. And I just assumed like, I'll get an epidural. Like everybody gets an epidural.
And I just wanted us to learn as much as we could. And I thought
Engineer.
this was a 12-week class.
Yep.
3 hours every Sunday.
Yeah,
I was
it's a
like,
commitment.
We're going to learn a lot. That's
Right.
a lot of time.
Well, and I think the cool thing is, I will say this. So I, obviously you guys, and I this is my feeling on it. I have no idea how birth is going to go. What I can say is there's no downside to researching and feeling prepared.
Yeah.
Just like if I go into a listing appointment or anything I do, I'm better off if I've practiced my objection handlers, right? If I know what is coming and I have some plan of how to prepare for it. And so with the baby, what is really cool is I went into this program thinking like, we'll see how it goes. I'm still probably going to get an epidural, but whatever. And now I'm so excited. I feel so empowered. Like women have been having babies for thousands, millions of years, right? Like this is what we're created to do. We're made to do this. So now I'm so excited to see what my body is capable of. Like the human body, it blows my mind that I am growing a human in my tummy. Like look at this belly. Let's just have a moment. Can you see this thing? Hello, little person. Like I really legit have a baby in my belly. Like it's nuts to me. This is it's such a beautiful thing. Like,
Yeah.
and to me, the fact that we can create like a baby, we can create a person out of our love. And then it blows my mind. And then I just learned recently that this placenta, right? You literally grow an organ.
That's not you, and it's not the baby.
Amazing. And so the placenta is in your uterine wall, like attached, can't come off. It's there. But then 5 to 25 minutes after you have the baby, after it comes out, it just knows to naturally detach and
then
come out.
Come out on
Like
its own.
so amazing. My mind is blown. So we're super excited.
The more
you
we
guys.
learn, the more we believe in the miracle of life.
Yeah. And
Childbirth.
so we're going into pregnancy. We are pregnant.
We're going
we actually
right
had
on in
this
there.
funny moment the other night where I was like, we're sitting on the couch and we're watching Game of Thrones.
We're like,
Game of
life
Thrones,
is going
GOT.
to change for us, isn't
Yeah.
it? We really like our life. Traveling, drinking, doing whatever we want, whenever we want. We're like, this baby's going to change.
I was like, maybe we should just wait a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
should we? And Ryan's like, yeah, let's rethink this.
Can we
Like,
hit pause? Nope.
But we're really
We're doing
excited.
it.
If you guys haven't gotten to see it yet, I'm going to show you a picture right now. This is our nursery. It has been such a labor of love for me. Piece by piece, I had Pinterest and Etsy have been my best friends, and I picked the wallpaper, and I've always wanted wainscoting for a baby's room for a nursery. So we we picked the paint together. We got to pick out, the crib, and it's just been so much fun. So this is a picture of our nursery. And we're really, really excited to welcome this little person.
We are. She did a great job on the nursery.
Thank you, honey. And we know what we're having. We know what we're having. We are having a baby.
Boy!
We're having a little boy.
Super excited.
Super stoked about it. We are working on what his name is going to be. We are not sure yet. We actually just made a post and thousands of you guys commented and gave us options. So thank you so much. That's actually what our evening is going to consist of.
Yeah.
I spent some time last night. Ryan spent some time. He's spending some time tonight.
Yeah, we've got some front runners, and we really gotta roll it around in the brain to figure out if the nicknames are gonna work and if it works with the family. And there's a lot to consider with it.
You don't realize how many people you don't like until you're naming a baby. We're like, what about that? We're like, oh no, that one I dated that guy, he was awful.
I don't like.
You're like, no, that guy beat me up in college.
It's a horrible name.
So we're super stoked. When we did the gender reveal, it was so funny because I've only ever imagined having a little girl because, clearly I'm a little bit feminine.
Yeah, I think, didn't your mom say when you have your girl?
Yeah, always.
So from a tiny girl, when Rachel was growing up, she had in her mind that she was going to have a girl
Disney
of her own.
princess, that was my jam.
So that expectation just got reiterated and set in stone almost. So when we found out we're having a boy.
So we have 60 people over to the house. We're doing confetti shooters outside. And it was really funny because previously, so we actually got the gender results emailed to us a month before, but we didn't open it because we were doing a gender reveal party. And Ryan told me that if we were doing a gender reveal party,
it wouldn't be fun if we knew the gender before the party.
Right.
So we had to know with everyone else. So when the blue confetti goes off, Rachel's thinking, that's the weirdest shade of pink I have ever seen.
What the hell is wrong with this pink? And it was funny. So everybody leaves the party. I'm kind of fake happy, confused. We have a moment in the bedroom where I'm just like, what are we going to do? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we have to mourn the loss of our daughter. He's like, what? He's like, it's not, why are you, this is odd.
It kind of made sense after I thought about it.
Right.
And it actually took her a couple of days to come around and start to be really excited about having a boy.
It did. And what happened is I text messaged Ryan's mom, Lori, and she's the sweetest muffin you'll ever meet. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky to have the in-laws that I do. I can't even, I just couldn't. They're lovely. I love them. So anyways, I'm text messaging Lori and I'm telling her that I'm struggling a little bit. And she told me, she said, you know what, sweetie, I had a girl before I had Ryan, his older sister, Shannon. She said, so I only knew how to do girl, and I am a girl. She's like, but I will tell you that the second that little boy was laid on my chest, I looked at Ryan and I knew what a gift he was to this world and that I got to help create this amazing man. She goes, and in reality, at the end of the day, I got to create him to give to you. And I was like, okay. We can totally have a boy.
I'm a piece of meat.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
That's so weird.
No, it was really cool. I like that response from my mom a lot. And it was way better than anything I had said to try and bring her around to be happy about having a boy.
He told me, I was like, you don't get it.
Yeah. And then mom said that and she's like, okay, I'm in. I was like, thank you, mom.
And then but it was funny because the day, after we found out, I was like, I need to go somewhere. He's like, where are you going? I was like, I need to go to Target. He's like, do you need to buy something? I was like, no, I just need to aimlessly walk around with no purpose. He's like,
the boys section.
Okay.
Look at the clothes.
Totally. But I'm telling you, it made a difference. I walked around, I picked up baby boy clothes, and then I was like, okay, so I'm only going to look at boy nursery stuff, baby boy clothes. And it did take me about 2 days. And then now I'm really excited. And we're having a little man.
Really excited.
And really, the end of the day, I get to have a little Ryan, and he is my favorite person in the entire world. And the fact that we get to just go on this journey, we have been so lucky and blessed to be able to find each other and have this life that we have and the companies that we have and surround ourselves with the people that we do and to travel. We have such a beautiful life, and now we get to bring someone else into the world. And we talk about the things that we necessarily didn't know when we were growing up, personal development and all the growth and all these different things. And we get to put this into our little person. We get to take the best
parts of ourselves and everything we've learned in life thus far and teach it to our little boy.
Little baby.
That is exciting.
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby!
Remember that song? We're having a
baby. We don't mean maybe.
We're having a baby. So we're having a baby. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. All right, my friends, we are over halfway there. We are 27 weeks pregnant right now with this little man belly. That's a baby.
It's a woman belly with a
little man baby,
inside.
a man baby belly. So we're super excited. We just wanted to share this with you guys because so many of you have been super wonderful and supportive. All of you have been so lovely, actually, just asking questions and sharing. And the last thing I want to tell you before we close this whole thing out is I know myself, and I know that I can be a little bit hard on myself, and I expect a lot from work, from just what I give to others. And one of my things that I always pride myself on, and part of like my heart, is to always give. I always want to give back to others, add value to others. And this season is not going to be necessarily about me giving to other people outside of our family. It's going to be about
given to one little baby.
A baby, our baby.
Yeah.
And just really taking time to be present with our new family. And so I've been prepping YouTube videos that you guys are going to get to have released and see, so I can still help you build your businesses and coach you, of course, because, you know, that's part of my passion.
She's been working really hard on all these videos.
I'm doing 32
releasing
Skypes.
A lot of them.
32 Skypes, 35 Skypes into different market centers around the country. And so we're doing a lot of prepping for the baby so that I can be present and just really focused and not
really
have
take
the
some
guilt.
time off.
So tell them about the idea you had for me, because I think this is so helpful for anybody.
You might have to tell me first.
The letter.
Oh, yeah. She was worried about postpartum. The more we learned about that through this process.
A lot of people tell me, they're like, oh, you're going to get postpartum. You're for sure that person. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Right. So we had the idea of writing herself a letter right now when she's in a great optimistic mood about everything, and we know why we're making the decision to have a baby and why we're making the decision to take time off of work. If in the 4th trimester or the postpartum time frame she starts to second guess some of those decisions that we've made, she can read the letter that she wrote now to her future self and remember all the reasons why we made these decisions.
Yeah.
And so I thought that would be helpful, and she did, and we'll let you know later if it is helpful.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was, I know that I'm going to be, you know, once it's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you know, at this point, my plan is to take 2 months off from being in the office and taking appointments and really just focus on the baby. And, you know, we have an incredible real estate team that's going to help. And they're so well trained. So we have amazing support. And it's not even about that, right? The shampoo team's going to keep going. It's about me being hard on me. Like, I'm the only one who's putting pressure on myself. And I realize that.
True.
So I made this letter to myself.
Check yourself too. Who's putting pressure on you when you
Right.
feel stressed out? Is it coming from an external source or is it coming from yourself?
Right.
If it's coming from yourself, you can change that.
So I just wrote this letter to myself, like giving myself permission, saying you deserve this time with your family. Your marriage deserves this time. You know, your baby is loved. Your baby is safe. You're a good mother. You know, you're doing the best you can. It's okay to set the baby down and go take a deep breath. It's okay to cry. Just all these things that I feel like I understand now, but I might need to be told later. So I wrote this letter to myself, and I will put a link in the body of the description of this video if you guys want to check it out. The cool thing is I've had women from all over the world writing me and telling me that they're now writing letters to themselves, because a lot of the women are pregnant at the same time frame, and even women that aren't pregnant are like, I wish I did this, or thank you so much. So to you, my dear honey, thank you for having that idea.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, that is our wrap up for you of our first half of pregnancy. We're a little over halfway. We're super excited. The baby is due August 19th, so plan on sometime
I say the end of August because the baby doesn't know how to tell time or calendar days. It's going to come out when it's ready.
Yeah.
So the end of August.
So end of August, our world's going to change in the most beautiful, beautiful way. And we're so excited and we're so thankful to have all you guys on this journey with us. If you have any questions, you guys know where to find us. We have Instagram. We have Facebook. Ryan is going to answer because I tag him in something. Tag him if you need him. He's not as savvy on the social as I am.
So thanks for listening to our silly pregnancy stories.
Have a good
It's
one,
been
you
a fun
guys.
journey. Bye.